Good Saturday morning, everybody. Hunter here to talk about a potentially active pattern we've got coming up during the end of October and going into the beginning of November, as we have a potential tropical low developing down here in the Caribbean, as well as a potential severe weather threat developing in the Central Plains as we enter the secondary severe weather season, if you will. We're going to go ahead and break that down for you real quick. I don't want to waste any of y'all's time, so let's go ahead and get on into it. But before we do that, if y'all don't mind, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, tell me how I did, and we're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling. But before we go ahead and get into the development in the Caribbean, I want to go ahead and talk about the Eastern Pacific and talk about Hurricane Christy, which is right now a Category 2 hurricane sitting at 85 knots or 100 miles an hour with a minimum central pressure of 972 millibars, moving at around 13 or northwest at 13 knots or 15 miles per hour. If we go ahead and click on Christy here real quick, she'll remain a hurricane throughout today or through the first half of today, but as we get on into tonight, she'll weaken and become a tropical storm, and then eventually becoming a tropical depression as we get into tomorrow, late tomorrow morning. But yeah, I mean, if we look at her right now, she's looking relatively, I mean, if I'm quite frank with you, awful. This is typically what we see with a weakening hurricane. They become relatively lopsided, typically to the west or southwest, and then they slowly begin to weaken. But as you can see, her low level, I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it here, but her low level uh, cyclonic or low level spin is what I'm trying to say, is remaining relatively strong. But her upper level pattern is beginning to slowly fall apart. So we love to see it. Rest in peace. And we're gonna go ahead and move on over to the Atlantic, where we have really nothing to write home about right now. But I do expect the National Hurricane Center to go ahead and possibly issue an area of interest as we get on, maybe into 2 or 3 days from now, because of what we're about to talk about, which is relatively strong ensemble agreement in us having a tropical low developing somewhere in the Caribbean. Right now, we don't really know where that's going to develop yet, but we're hoping that as we continue to go on throughout the next couple of days, we're going to have a little bit better agreement. And we're going to talk about that when we go to look at, as we go into look at ensemble guidance here. And again, satellite not really showing a whole lot. We've got tropical moisture out there, but nothing to really write home about in terms of imminent development. So we're going to go ahead and get on into it now. We're going to go ahead and run it back here. Uh, so right now we're looking at the GEFS. We're looking at the 0Z run from yesterday, or I believe that would be late tonight, or no, that would have been yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening. Um, this is as late as we can look into it right now because I'm filming at like 6 a.m. So we're gonna go ahead and run into it again. We've got the very very minuscule remnants of Oscar. As we move it forward, you're gonna see his remnants slowly move on out, and then we're gonna be relatively quiet from now, or from now all the way up until we get into about Wednesday. So that'll be October 30th. So Halloween Eve, if you will. And we're going to keep moving it forward here, and we have a pretty decent amount of agreement here in some kind of tropical low developing down here in the southern portion of the Caribbean. Now, as of right now, we don't know where this is going to develop. We don't know how strong it'll be, or what we could be looking at in terms of maximum intensity. But what we do know is that there's a high likelihood we're going to have something developing here, tropical wise. So we're going to keep moving it forward here. And we begin to really get a strong sense of development here as we get into November 1st at around 1 p.m. Central. So, we've got, what is that, a 984, a 964, or 1,000 millibar low developing down here. And we begin to push it through, and we begin to get, for the kind of model range we're at hour 192. We're getting a really strong agreement here that something is going to develop, south of the Dominican Republic, or to the west of Puerto Rico as we continue to move forward here. Now, I don't want to raise alarm for these areas, but I do want to say that, there's a likelihood that, we could see some development here, whether that's in the form of a hurricane, a weak tropical storm, or an upper end hurricane. We don't really know yet. But we're going to keep moving it forward here. And again, I don't want to scare anybody, but it is very rare that we see this kind of model agreement without or with nothing happening, right? So, I don't put the things I do in the title and thumbnail to scare anybody. We've seen consistent model agreement in this fashion now for around 4 to 5 days. So, it's really important that we, let y'all know that we could see some development here within, I would say, let's run it back here. Within another 4 or 5 days from now. So I would not be surprised if we don't see some kind of area of interest come out by the National Hurricane Center between maybe now and I would say maximum 3 days. So as we get into tomorrow and Monday's outlook here, we could be talking about an area of interest by the National Hurricane Center. So we're going to go ahead and keep moving it forward here. Again, insane agreement. We've got, some members that kind of split off and go into the Miami area or the southeastern portion of Florida. I I would highly suggest you ignore that for now, as we don't really have a large one area of agreement. Right now, all the model members are relatively spread out, so it's really hard to lock in on one specific area. But one area I will say that does pique my interest is down here in the Dominican Republic, or the area of Puerto Rico and the Turks and Caicos Islands. You guys are kind of in what I would call a light bullseye, if you will, for where this could develop, and we're going to talk about that some as we talk about the GFS run of this as well. But we're gonna keep running it through, and again, you got some models, man, showing, some up here going into Miami, and then you got some of them that curve out into the Gulf, and then make a straight shot toward Tampa. Again, it's really hard to narrow down one specific area. So we're gonna go ahead and keep moving it forward here, and some of these models don't have any development all the way out until December 10th. So we could be talking about this for a while. And something I want to talk about as well would be the effects of the trough that could be bringing in some severe weather for us toward the end of October and into the Halloween time frame. That could really affect how this all plays out for the U.S. and for the Turks and Caicos as well as the Caribbean. So we're gonna keep running it forward here. That's the end of the run. That is the end of the run. So we're going to go ahead and run it back to the 18Z run from yesterday. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 18Z run from yesterday. So the run prior to the one we were just looking at. And again, we're good. And then boom. So around November 1st to Halloween to around election time is when we can really expect this stuff to fire off. And so again, with every run, we get kind of a different result. Like you got, man, this is really goofy. A 961 millibar low going right up north of Tampa. Y'all's guess is as good as mine at this point. We've either got, um, you know, a low-end hurricane north of Tampa, or we've got a low-end hurricane over here near the MDR. So it is incredibly hard to lock down right now. But moving it forward here, really the whole main point is that we want to alert to the potential of tropical development. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at the GFS model. Again, we are looking, like, as of right now, we're looking at Wednesday, October 30th. Let me make sure. Yeah, I am on the current run. Let me go ahead and refresh that. So we're going to go ahead and look at the GFS, and we're going to be initializing right now. So Saturday, October 26th, and we're going to go ahead and move it forward here. And we're quiet, we're quiet, we're quiet, we're quiet. And then you look here, Friday, November 1st, we've got some form of development beginning to take place here. So we're going to keep moving forward here. And then we've got a 989 tropical storm developing here south of Puerto Rico and south of the Dominican Republic. And we're going to keep moving it forward, and we've got a landfall between the British Virgin Islands and Antigua and Barbuda. So, y'all's guess, like I said, is as good as mine. We're going to run it back and look at the 0Z run. But like I said, y'all, we've got a 972 millibar low developing, going right through the Antigua and Barbuda areas near the British Virgin Islands. So we're going to go ahead and run it back real quick. Let's go ahead and run it back here. We're going to move forward, moving forward, and bam, there we go. So around November 1st, right, is when we're thinking this could develop. So let's go ahead and move it forward. And again, we've got what I would say to be possibly a Category 2 hurricane going right into the Dominican Republic. Now, can we really guarantee anything like that? No. That's why I'm not, running up to the mountaintops, saying that we're going to have a Category 2 or 3 hurricane. What I don't want y'all to do is I don't want you to only listen to me. I want you to go listen to, more reliable sources like, the National Hurricane Center or your local meteorologist if you live down in these areas, right? Because they're going to be able to convey a lot more. They're going to be able to convey a lot more sense of urgency, if you will, and a lot more accurate data, as they have a lot more, I would say, accurate model data or model guidance than what we have here. So we're going to go ahead and move it forward here. Again, the same thing. It keeps moving through. So yeah, something we got to keep an eye on for sure. And I did really briefly want to talk about the potential for a severe weather setup as we get toward the end of October. So around the same time frame as that tropical development in the Central Plains. So let's go ahead and talk about that too. So here we're looking at the GFS. This would be the 06Z run. We're going to go ahead and look at the 850 millibar winds. So those are winds relatively, I believe, like a kilometer or a kilometer and a half up. So we're going to go ahead and run it forward here. And we're quiet. And then we get into around October 30th. And you can see we've got really strong low-level winds right here in North Texas, into northern Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, and then southern or central Kansas, and all the way up into northern Missouri and Iowa. We're going to keep moving it forward. That's one of them. So, keep in mind that we are in the pattern change time of the year, if you will, where we'll warm up and then we'll have a blast of cold air come through. And that's kind of what we refer to when we mean a secondary severe weather season, if you will. So we're going to keep moving it forward. That's one of them. There's another little short wave, and that is pretty much it. So we've got two waves within probably 2.5 to 3 weeks that we need to keep an eye on. We're going to real briefly also go take a look at dew point. We're going to throw wind barbs on that. And yeah, let's go ahead and, yeah. So moisture return, we're going to have adequate moisture return for both systems. And with all that being said, it's going to be a relatively active end of October with both potential tropical development down there in the Caribbean and a potential severe weather setup down there in the Central Plains. So, as we begin to get more updates, we'll obviously be posting videos every day to kind of keep y'all posted and updated. So, if y'all did enjoy, be sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.